I saw that Pastor Mukhuba had gone to meet Cyril Ramaphosa, and according to the caption, she labels that she was there so that they can stretch the subject matter of what the CRL is busy pushing to see happen. So I want to take that story and I want to couple it with the recent appearance of Sizwe at the parliament. I think is it ad hoc, speaking for podcasters, particularly pertaining the subject matter of regulation. Everything. They want to regulate everything. The mandems want to regulate it all. It's the actuality show with the daily Christian commentary videos. Other episodes done today, they'll be down in the pinned comments. So on this particular episode, I want to talk about influence. I want to talk about influence and what exactly is the goal of influence. What is influence when it steps into your hand supposed to do? Okay? So Pastor Mukhuba was there to speak with President Cyril Ramaphosa pertaining Kaluva's CRL commission agenda, which is very antichrist. She wants to regulate the church. Like she feels like that thing, when she looks at the church, she's like that thing. So, and if you've recently been seeing, there's a particular minister in Israel who's doing exactly what Kaluva is trying to do. And this particular minister has been doing this for years and years and years. He's been trying to get Christians to be regulated so that they do not have the right to preach to anyone in Israel. Evangelism. If this man had his way, he's been pushing for this one thing for years. The reason why he hasn't won that fight is because the allies of Israel are Christian, and so they would kind of like hint to him. And there's a lot of allies from the US and whatnot who go and evangelize. So those are the people that are really keeping it from happening, honestly, because those things, it's like ridiculous. What do you want at that point? It doesn't pose any threat or anything like that, but this man has been at it for years. So this is why I wanted to point the subject matter of influence on this episode. Influence is supposed to give you the opportunity to show biblical uprightness. Influence is a chance for you to be light. That's what influence is for. Okay? And I will use in this light two particular figures, Joseph and Esther in the Bible. Joseph is in an area that's about to experience a drought. They don't know that there is a hunger coming ahead. Okay? Then the fortune tellers, so-called prophets of the days, fortune their thing, and they come out with the idea that no, don't worry, there is nothing to panic about, there's nothing to be worried about. They say this to the Pharaoh. It's dismissed the whole thing, and there is a whole interpretation for the dream, which is, hey, you saw the whole 7 thing that you're seeing there. It's 7 years of plenty and 7 years of hunger. So as a result of that, this is how to deal with it. In the 7 years of plenty, you store so that you will have even to be able to supply for others. Now you'll notice something. The 7 years was not just to store for themselves, stored for others. You see, that's what influence does. That's what biblical influence is. We labor to have, but we must remember, money is the same as influence. When money steps in our hands, the question is, what do we believe? Now, the reason why it's so difficult to talk about money is because everybody feels like the people that talk about money don't have money. So we have to be quiet. Just be quiet. They all want money. But you want to think biblically about all these subjects, because these are all subjects of discipleship. If you are walking the path of discipleship, these are questions you will have to answer. Influence. What does influence amount to? If influence places you at a certain position, does it do so just to empower your pocket? What does influence bring to you? Does it just make you rich? Does it just allow you to drive nice cars? What does influence? Does it afford you luxury? Does it afford you nice things? What does influence give you? Do you keep looking for better positions to sit, better seats? Or do you make room for what does influence do? That is why I'm talking about this video. You see, you look at the video of Cyril there. You know, Cyril can be there campaigning for himself. Of course, they've been pitching him to come and join this party and this party. He's spoken about it previously. But when he was there, influence speaks for the others that might not have that opportunity to do so. Pastor Mukhuba is there with the president. Most of us not gonna meet president anyway, even if it was on TV. But when she has that opportunity, she says, this is the subject matter that we raised. That's what she posted publicly. You see, that's what influence is for. See, influence cannot just be for you. If that's how you view influence, you are not in service. If you viewed your pocket as me, you are not in service. You are not in service. Don't deceive yourself. Better get yourself in order, chief. If everything that we do is just us. Now remember, even the book of Hebrews says, when it speaks about coming to the throne, it says, come here unto the throne of grace, so that you may have grace to be of help at a time of need. Now notice, it didn't say so that you can have something or so you can get answers for something. It says so that you can get grace so that you are able to go beyond just this, to extend a hand. True influence, right there. Yeah, biblical influence. Because there are people that want to dodge around that one. True service is when you are not just working for you. You see, like there are people, they get to church, maybe they're an usher, they clean chairs. They clean chairs, they don't mind getting into the church, going to the bathroom and seeing that the bathroom is not done. Because I only clean chairs, I'm not concerned that someone might have to come back in here. As an usher, don't you think, hey, this doesn't look proper? If I only do my part, okay, service extends. Service is not just doing the bare minimum, it's going the extra mile. What is your extra mile? Do you have an extra mile? Do you have an extra mile? You have an extra mile? Are you sure? Some of you can't wait to write us a book, so I will buy your book and read. You pocket your pocket. You pocket your pocket and you're sorted. Look at Esther. Esther, we spoke about the figure of Joseph. You see, when he steps into that position, there is provision for others, right? As well. It's not just for them, but it's also for others. Now let's go to the figure of Esther. What do you see in the life of Esther? Esther comes into that position, and the chaos that arises at that period threatens the Jews. Doesn't just threaten. And so Mordecai comes up, Emna, we are in trouble here. Do some. You see, that influence that you've been put at, Let us see it at work. Do this with this influence. You want to just sit. Bare minimums. You get to church at 9 o'clock. The church starts at 9. You are there at 9 exactly. You've never asked, does the church need any hands? You have a bakkie. It's never, like, don't know how, it's okay. You've never asked how to be of service. Mordecai comes up and says, hey, this is time for you to be at service. We can't reach the king in the figure of Pastor Mukhuba. We cannot reach Cyril Ramaphosa. You have access. Send the message. And Pastor Mukhuba reports back, hey, spoke to Cyril about this jazz that's happening with Karuva and her friends wanting to regulate the church structure. So influence is for that. Influence is not for us to see you. They will feel you. You will feel, we will know you. We know you. We know you. We know your name. We know your surname. We even know your nicknames. Your childhood's nickname. We all know, you know everything. But your place of influence, we can't point. That's concerning. For those that are new on this channel, this is what we do. We don't just talk about the news and the stories that we see in the public eye. We apply biblical principles to those everyday stories. So subscribe to the channel if it's your first time. You can do that as well. You know, it's a thing. They do it on YouTube. They like videos as well. I've never asked people to like videos. Yeah, just try it. Maybe the button might turn green or yellow. I don't know. You'll inform me in the comment section. Influence. It's service. Influence is not to pay your pocket. Now, that does not mean that your influence won't get you into positions where you have... don't get the wrong idea. Okay? That doesn't mean now because you're an influencer, you don't get paid for your work. That's not what we are saying. But we are saying, do spot your service in that influence. If it only benefits you, are you at service? You remember, Jesus even asked, if you only love those who love you, what good is your... Remember that verse? Are you at service? It's Ricky, and I'll see you later. Y'all have a blessed day.